dressing room where the size 5'6" dress hung waiting. I mean, it was so tiny. It looked like one of my tube socks with a zipper. And I grabbed the dress and I held it towards me. And I swear, I felt the dress tremble. Now, I knew my chances of getting into this dress were about the same as stuffing like a 20-pound turkey into a little sandwich bag. I knew. But I could not let Doe-Eyed Barbie win. I had to get into this dress if it killed me. So I start psyching myself up. I take it off the hanger and I'm like, come on, think that. Suck it in. You can do this thing. You can do this. And all of a sudden, the dress talked to me. And she said, honey, you need medication. I just ignored her. I ignored it. I pulled the dress over my head. I put my arms through the sleeve. And now I am stuck. I am so stuck. It's dark in here. I can't see anything. I'm flopping around like a fish out of water. And my arms are stuck above my head like some shades of gray scene gone bad. And my heart is palpitating, and all I can think is I'm going to die in this dress. Why don't I just have that second cupcake? And the dress says, focus. She was angry because, I'll tell you what, she'd met women like me before. And she knew this was going to end badly. But I couldn't focus. My heart was palpitating and thighs were sweating, and all I could think is I'm going to die in this. They're going to have to bury me, and I'll be lying in the casket with my arms stretched over my head and my granny panties hanging out for the whole world to see. And I just think, okay, calm yourself down. Calm down. Now, what are my options? And I think, well, I could hang out in the dressing room for the next 3 or 4 days, no food, no water. Eventually, I'd get into that dress, and then I'd go out and I'd show this thing. But I think, well, I don't really want to miss lunch. The only option I have is to get help. But it's super dark in here. I can't see anything. So I have to line up one eye with a stretched out buttonhole. And I can't move my legs, so I sort of have to bounce and waddle. And so I start to bounce and waddle to get help, bounce and waddle, and all of a sudden, I feel something slither down my thighs. And I realize that the worn-out elastic on my big girl panties has finally given up the battle. I will be arrested. And suddenly I just get mad. I am mad. And I called on some inner strength I did not know I had. I call on Oprah Winfrey. I call on Mother Teresa and Joan of Arc. I am one. Hear me roar. And the roar is sort of muffled by the colors. But it's loud enough so little Cindy Yoo-Hoo hears it. And she comes over and she says, hi, is everything okay in there? And through the buttonhole, I said, it's fabulous. And I wait until she leaves. And then I bounce and waddle, and I bounce and waddle, and I back myself up to the wall of the dressing room. And I start using the friction of the wall to get out of the dress. And breathe and push. And breathe, and it was worse than labor. 20 minutes later, I deliver myself out of this dress. My hair is plastered to my head with sweat. I smell like a sumo wrestler. The dress is in a puddle on the floor with one arm still attached like an umbilical cord. I pulled it off, and I got dressed. I picked the dress up, and I aired it out. And I put it on the hanger and smooth the wrinkles out. Scrape the paint chips off the back. And then I got dressed super fast. I wanted out of there. And I got dressed and I took the dress and I started walking towards the counter to return the dress. When all of a sudden I feel this jerk in my pants and I hear a crash behind me and I realized that in my haste to dress, I had shoved the curtain of the dressing room down into the back of my pants. And now I am dragging it behind me like that slab. I just pretended it wasn't there. And I kept walking up to this group of horrified salesgirls. And I delivered the dress and I said, "Thank you very much, but the color was atrocious."